हेलो एवरीवन। एनाटॉमी एमसीक्यू पार्ट फिफ्थ में आपका पुनः स्वागत है। हियर वी वेलकम यू इन एनाटॉमी एमसीक्यू पार्ट फिफ्थ फॉर एफएमजी, नीट पीजी एंड अपकमिंग नेक्स्ट एग्जाम इन पीजीआई पैटर्न। क्वेश्चन नंबर 41, करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट रिगार्डिंग एनाटॉमी ऑफ वर्टिब्रे आर। A. C1 has no foramen transverse arrow. B. C6 has prominent lateral mass. C. T3 has smallest spinous process. D. T12 has large costal facet. E. T7 has vertically oriented articular process. Correct answer is E. T7 has vertically oriented articular process. C7 has foramen transverse serum, but it does not transmit vertebral artery, unlike foramen transverse area of C1 to C6. Lateral mass seen in C1, not C6. Thoracic vertebra, including T3, has long spinous processes. Small spinous processes are seen in cervical vertebra, except C7. T11 and T12 do not have costal facets. T2 to T9 are typically thoracic vertebra. T1, T10, T11 and T12 are atypical thoracic vertebra. In typical thoracic vertebrae, articular processes are vertically placed and interlocked, so dislocation can only occur if they are fractured. Question number 42. Upper eyelid has following layers except orbicularis oculi, adipose tissue, loose connective tissue, levator palpebrae superioris, molar muscle. Correct answer is A, C, D and E. That is orbicularis oculi, loose connective tissue, levator palpebrae superior or molar muscle. Layers of eyelid. Each lid made up of following from outwards to inwards: skin, subcutaneous tissue, areolar tissue, layer of loose alveolar connective tissue without any fat, layer of striated muscles, orbicularis oculi muscle in upper eyelid, levator palpebrae superioris, submuscular areolar muscles, nerve and vessels of lids lie in this layer, submuscular. Fibrous layer, it is a framework of lid and consists of tarsal plates, tarsi from the skeletal of the eyelid, septum orbitale and Mueller's muscles are attached to superior border of the upper tarsus. Orbital septum, capsulopalpebral fascia and inferior palpebral muscles are attached to inferior border of the lower tarsus. Tarsal glands, meibomian glands, are embedded in posterior superior surface of tarsi. Septum orbitale, palpebral fascia, it is a thin and floating membrane which takes part in the movement of the eyelid. Medial and lateral palpebral membrane, layer of non-striated muscle fibers. This layer consists of smooth muscle fiber of molar muscles and conjunctiva. Here we have figure to explain all the layers. Question number 43. Branches of ophthalmic artery is or are: A. Central artery of retina. B. Supratrochlear artery. C. Anterior ethmoidal artery. D. Posterior ethmoidal artery. E. Posterior articular artery. Correct answer is A, B, C and D. Ophthalmic artery. Okay. Following branches it gives: central artery of retina, that is an artery. Lacrimal artery, it gives following branches: lateral palpebral branch, zygomatico-temporal, zygomatico-facial, recurrent meningeal, meningeal, ciliary. Anterior ethmoidal supplies anterior ethmoidal sinus, posterior ethmoidal, medial palpebral, superior trochlear, supraorbital, dorsal nasal. Question number 44. Blood supply of optic tract comes through: A. Middle cerebral artery. B. Anterior cerebral artery. C. Posterior cerebral artery. D. Anterior choroidal artery. E. Internal carotid artery. Correct answer is A, D and E. Middle cerebral artery, that is anterior coracoid artery, and internal carotid artery. Optic tract supplied by anterior choroidal artery, branch of internal carotid artery, posterior communicating artery, branch of ICA, middle cerebral artery, branch of ICA. Question number 45. True about development of the cochlea. A. Fully developed at 22 week, derived from surface ectoderm, develops in bony labyrinth. D. Developed from otic vessels. E. Develops from otic capsules. Correct answer is A, C, and E. Development of internal ear starts from by the age of the 3rd week of the intrauterine life. Development of membranous internal ear is completed by 16th week and reaches its adult size and shape by 20 to 22 weeks. When cochlea is developed sufficiently, development of the phylogenetically older part of labyrinth, that is a pars superior, semicircular canal and utricles, takes place earlier than pars inferior, that is scapula and cochlea. Development derivatives of ear. Surface ectoderm से membranous labyrinth, epithelial lining of superior, epithelial lining of external auditory meatus, outer surface of tympanic membrane. Mesoderms gives bony labyrinth, ear ossicle, skeletal muscle, central tympanic membrane. And endoderm gives eustachian tube lining, middle ear cavity, epithelial covering of the ossicles, inner layer of tympanic membrane, and tympanic membrane is derived from all 3 layers. This is most important point, last one. Question number 46. Urogenital diaphragm is made up of deep transverse perineum, B. Perineal membrane, sphincter urethrae, fascia of urogenital diaphragm. All of the above. Correct answer is all of the above. Urogenital diaphragm consists of 2 muscles, sphincter urethrae or deep transverse perineum, also called transverse perineum profundus. 2 fascia, inferior fascia, superior fascia. Inferior fascia of urogenital diaphragm, also called perineal membrane, and superior fascia of urogenital diaphragm. Question number 47. True about epiglottis. Contains serous gland, contain mucus secreting glands. It is oval shaped, made up of elastic cartilages. E. Has bilateral lymphatic supply. Correct answer is B, D, and E. Secretes mucus secreting glands, elastic cartilage, and bilateral lymphatic supply of epiglottis. Epiglottis is elastic cartilage tissue covered with mucous membrane attached to the entrance of the larynx. Epiglottis has 2 surfaces, lingual and laryngeal surface, related to oral cavity and laryngeal respectively. The entire lingual surface of the and apical portion of the laryngeal surface are covered by stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium. And the rest of the larynx surface on which is related to the respiratory system is respiratory epithelium, pseudostratified ciliated columnar cells, and mucus secreting goblet cells. Epiglottis has bilateral lymphatic drainage, toppers deep cervical lymph nodes. Question number 48. True about meiosis first. A. Sister chromatids replicate. B. Sister chromatids separate. C. Haploid daughter cells. D. Homogeneous chromosomes exchange material. E. Homogeneous chromosomes separate. Correct answer is C, D, E. Meiosis mitosis concepts must be clear from first year of your studies, that is in histology, and it get repeated in every subjects. Multiple subjects you will get this in hematology, in anatomy, histology, microbiology, etc., etc. Haploid daughter cells, homogeneous chromosomal exchange material, homologous chromosomes separate, chromosome separate. Meiosis first is divided into the following phases. Prophase 1, which contain liptotin, zygotin, paquetin, and diplotin. Next, diakinesis. Then phase 2, metaphase 1, 3, anaphase 1, and 4, telophase 1. This is about meiosis 1. Question number 49. True about fibrous skeleton of heart. Fibrous ring ring around mitral valve, tendon of infundibulum in between pulmonary and aortic valve, trigonum dextrum is between mitral and tricuspid valve, trigonum sinister is between mitral and aortic valve, tendon of Todaro is between central fibrous part of eustachian valve. Correct answer is A, B, D, and E. Fibrous skeleton of heart. Fibrous ring surrounding the orifice of the atrioventricular, mitral or tricuspid orifice, pulmonary orifice, and aortic orifice, along with the some adjoining muscles of fibrous tissue. Tendon of infundibulum in fibrous tissue between pulmonary and aortic ring. Trigonofibrosum dextrum is a fibrous tissue between atrioventricular ring, that is mitral and tricuspid, and aorta. Trigonum fibrous sinistrum is a fibrous tissue between aortic and mitral rings. Last question of this video, part 5th of anatomy. Guys, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We are making this video regarding MCQs to easy your learning process, so you can use all three senses: vision, hearing, and photogenic memory thing during MCQ learning subconsciously. Question number 50. Taste sensation from tongue are carried by facial nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve, hypoglossal nerve, vagus nerve, trigeminal nerve. Correct answer is A, B, and D. Taste sensation anterior to third part of the chorda tympani, posterior 1/3 part, and circumvallate palate papillae by glossopharyngeal nerve, posterior most part of the internal laryngeal branch of vagus nerve. So today we will stop here. Thanks. We'll wait for next anatomy part 6. Thank you.